What's going on out there, good people? It is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, and we are back. We are back with another daily trade review. Getting this one out of the way a little early. It's around lunchtime, so I figured I'd go and get this out the way during my lunch break. So today was I guess you can call it a slow and steady day, but it was a day that I missed a ton of opportunities. Wasn't sure what to expect of my thumbnail watch list this morning. So didn't really come in with high expectations. Also was a little flustered. Had the, I won't call them haters, I'm gonna call them distractors. Had the distractors back this morning. One talking about I need to show him my account information and I should show him what my account balance is. But like I told him, anytime I drag a stop inside of the chart, it's going to show that information. And I did it today. I just was smart today, and I made sure to hide my account number. So I didn't need to go back in and put those little black boxes that you saw in it the first time I made a video showing me actually trading. So again, today we're going to be doing some recaps of some actual trades. I'll pull up the watch list real quick. We'll take a peek at it. We'll look at TraderVue, and then we'll get reviewing. So let's get at it. And that there is our thumbnail watch list. Another thing they said was that I had a banner across the top to hide that I wasn't really trading in an account. So bam, that banner is gone. So what's going to be the next thing? But this is our watch list. I had Tesla. Tesla was just on there. I didn't really see anything in the pre-market to make me think I was going to trade it. I had GovX. We had CVX. We did take a loser on this one. That was our only losing trade today. I had VRAX, nothing there. GE. We got 2 trades in on GE today. We had MMM. We did get a trade on MMM, and we see we got it on the long side. PGY, nothing there today. TGT, Target, nothing there. And then we had these down here for our short ideas. We took no short ideas there. We took a short on MMM. And of course, we got the markets here. Markets have just been choppy. The markets have not given any clear direction on what a stock should be doing. They've just been choppy. But that was our thumbnail watch list that we were working with today. And then we did take one other trade on something that's not on the watch list. We traded AYLA because, as you see, it is on the previous high of day scanner. So popped up, we scrolled through there, found what we thought was a good pattern, took a trade. And I wasn't really firing on all cylinders today. Didn't feel like I was firing on all cylinders. But let's go ahead, let's pull up TraderVue. We're gonna be reviewing trades for Tuesday, July 26th. We took 5 trades today. Closed P&L on the morning, $93. This was a fairly quick morning, 30 minutes in the market. We took our first trade, MMM, 936. This is a short. So again, we're only risking $10 on our shorts. Still trying to get comfortable. And I think I'm fairly comfortable in dropping those orders on the ladder now and making sure to know where to look for my brackets at. So we hit target on that one. I want to click through these real quick. I'm going to click through these real quick. I want y'all to see, just see these trades. Look at that. We entered on this one. This was a nice little pattern. We knew we were going to catch resistance right there. Got a little bit there. Look at this thing just fade down. That was target right there. But this thing still had all of that move left in it. So that was MMM, first trade. Let's look at GE. GE, we made 47 bucks on it. Look at this thing. Nice little move. kind of came over here, little breakout. We got out right there for 1R as this thing was coming back. Again, nowhere's near our break even, nowhere's near our stop, and this thing just took off. Another good one. Max unrealized on that one was 67 bucks, and then it pulled back. Let's take a peek at the next one. AYLA. This one here, man, when we watch this one, this is gonna be something to see. We see we only made 121. That would make you think that this thing ran and I moved it to break even. Nope. Look at that. Look at the 5-minute chart. So it had a nice 3-bar play. Missed it, so it came up. I entered right here, not share sized appropriately. Forgot to change my share size. Once I was in the trade, I didn't want to try to go back and mess with it. So that was another one. That would have been a nice solid green trade. Look at CVX. Our losing trade of the day was the most horrible trade of the day. I was chasing. Started to name the video that chasing for a red trade. Look at this thing. This is horrible. There's nothing over here that says to buy way up here at the top. But again, this thing had ran. This was a green candle, just a solid green candle. I bought it here right where it was going to run into resistance. Faded down, lost 25 bucks. This was the horrible trade of the day. Probably can go as a horrible trade of the week and probably would be the month as well. But last trade of the morning, GE. Let's take a peek at it. Again, we had got out over here somewhere. This thing came over. Nice little clean breakout. Look at it on the 5-minute. Little breakout. Nice little pop. We got out. Just pulling back down. Let's see what our max unrealized. That was target. We had target set, and that was the expectation on this particular trade. But that's how we did this morning. Even with my not really feeling how the market was going to go. I think it was overall a decent day. But like I said, just wasn't firing on all cylinders. But let's go ahead and let's get the video pulled up. Bam. And if y'all hadn't hit the like button on your way in, please do so. I would greatly appreciate if you would do it right now. But we started on time this morning with OBS. I'm gonna bring it over. We didn't do nothing though. So this was pre-market. I'm gonna just kind of fast forward it through. So you can kind of see. I'm changing the 30-minute to a 1-minute. I got it set to today, and I just changed it to the 1-day chart. I'm trying to see if it was a trade in here that I missed off of the open. And then we're gonna go to about 9:35. That's when we started setting up for the first trade. I had Target on the watch list. It had gapped way down, but I saw Target bouncing. So that's why I put it on the list. Even though it gapped way down, I had it bouncing. And look at what it did. This is where it opened at. It had gapped from way down or way up there. Could have got in right here. Had this area marked on the chart. So this was one that I missed. Didn't catch it. Look at the 2-minute. 2-minute is even cleaner. You had this wide range. You had this one that came all the way down. Buyers pushed it all the way back up, and then it broke that area. But like I said, that was a trade that I missed. And we'll go ahead and we'll get it rolling now. We took our first trade at 9:36. So, and that was MMM. So let's watch and see. You see, I'm just like highlighting, just seeing what the actual range was. Wasn't going to take a trade there, but just curious. This was up 1R already. But checking out GE, seeing what GE is going to do. Let's see, do we got time? Yeah, we'll scroll up 30 seconds. There we go, perfect. So then we see MMM. Again, this is on the watch list to go long, but I see this green candle, I see this engulfing red candle, and then this top and tail. Y'all have to forgive me on video. Sometimes I be calling top and tails, bottom and tails, and bottom and tails, top and tails. Hopefully y'all know what I mean. But my entry was when this thing broke that. And you see I missed it. But I got everything in there now. Got a $1.40 stop, $3 target, and a 10 and 10 shares. So we in the trade. Let's see, did we get in where we were supposed to? Yeah, I believe so. And see, right here is you're going to see, and I'm going to pause this when I do it. I'm going to do this one for Carlos Pen. I'm going to do it for Carlos Pen, and I think the other one, his name is Icey. Oh, no, it ain't on this one. Well, when we get there, I'll do it for y'all too. Carlos Pen and Icey. This is going to be for y'all. But let's see what this thing did. So we see it's slowly grinding down, slowly moving down. And again, the play was once it broke that. Figured we might catch a little bit of resistance right there. So we do see it kind of fighting. I'm getting my stops adjusted and actually bringing it on down now. See, normally this is why I just click it over there on the charts. It's so much easier. There we go. There you go. Carlos Pen and Icey. That's just for y'all. I made sure to hide my full account number on this one. But there you go. There you go. So let me know what the next thing is that you're going to say that I'm not really taking trades. Back to our regularly scheduled program. And like I said, I don't have anything to prove to anybody. But my thing is, when you start questioning my integrity, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Kind of rubs me the wrong way. If you don't like what I'm doing, just don't watch the video. But to actually question my integrity, that's something totally different. But we're going to do it again. Moving the stop up because when we got in the trade, didn't have the bracket totally set right. Like I said, we got in at 140, so target should have been 280. We're going to let that one do what it does. Let's see. Our next trade doesn't come for another 8 minutes, so we're kind of just scrolling through, trying to see what we can find. I'm going to fast forward. We see 3M, 3M, MMM is still doing what it's doing. Adjusting the stop as this thing comes down. But look at it, it's just coming right on down. Now we're moving the target, moving our stop to target. That's all we did there. Moving it to our 2-to-1, 2-to-1. And the thing is, as you progress in trading, and as I progress in trading, all you do is scale in appropriately. So just think if you added a 0 to this. So I risk $10 on this short. Add a 0 to it, and now you risk $100. Don't change nothing. The entry gonna be the same. The stop is gonna be the same. The target is gonna be the same. Only thing is, the risk is gonna be more. That would have been a $200 trade in what, less than 5 minutes? And that's how professional traders do it. They don't change their strategies. They just scale up. And like I said, as I progress in my trading career, that's my goal, to scale up. So right now we risk 50 on long trades. As we progress, that'll go up to 100. And then from there, it'll go up again. But that was our first trade. Nice, solid trade. And I'm going to go ahead. Next trade we got into was at 9:44. So let's see. We can go one more. All right. So let's see. Yep, GE was our next one. I'm going to go back just a little bit so we can watch the setup on that one. So we're highlighting that candle. Let's see. That was so fast. And that's why I say I'd be so fast with it. But that was 50-cent stop. 100 shares. That's going to get us our $50 risk. Entry is going to be 71.40. The high of that candle is going to close in 10 seconds. So that's why I put went on and put it in. Look at it on the 5-minute. Nice, clean pattern forming. But we're getting in it off of the 2-minute candle. We come over here to the 1-minute chart. 1-minute chart's fairly clean as well. So triggered in, stop at the bottom. Target's way up there somewhere. Did we adjust it? Yep. So 50-cent stop, $1 target. But see how the target is above all of this stuff? So that was my thing with it. I was like, it's going to kind of fight through there. This here was going to be first area of concern. It's kind of playing with it right now. And we'll scroll this up a little bit. Doggone it. Let me go back real quick so we can watch this one. Yeah, because those was like just a minute after. So now I'm scrolling through the pre-market watch list, pre-market scan. I come across this one. Missed the entry. Entry would have been good right there. Missed it. So I'm getting the height of this candle, and I'm just going to do a just a 1-to-1. Just a 1-to-1 on it. 10-cent stop. So let's say I was risking, if we was risking $50, I would have needed 500 shares. I wanted to just risk 25 on this trade. So I would have needed 250 shares. But look at what we got in there at, 100 shares. So watch this thing. So we just joined the bid because, again, we're catching it once it's running. And you see, target is $10 because we wasn't share sized appropriately. Let's see where did this actually go to. And see, now I'm just like, nope, let me just get out this trade. Let me just get out. So that's why we brought the stop to break even. I'll move that on up just in case it does pop. But you see it came back, tagged me, 121. Getting out of that one flat. Just didn't follow the flow. Stop, target, shares. Didn't follow the flow. And this thing worked. This thing actually worked to perfection, even getting in it a little late. But we go back to scrolling, seeing what's out there. Nothing on Facebook. It's an ugly little kind of flag, but I was watching this one thinking, if on the 15, if this could push down low, we can maybe get a 15-minute 3-bar play, but that had quite a bit of time for it to kind of form. Had 14 more minutes left on this candle. Then you got to wait on that next candle to break it. So let's scroll it on through. But look at it pushing down. But like I said, you have 13 more minutes before that candle would finish, and then entering when it breaks that. So too much time on that pattern. All right, we're back looking at GE. GE is working, but like I said, looking at the chart, that right there was going to act as resistance. As Beyonce says, to the left, to the left. Let's scroll it up. We see it's kind of struggling to get by there. And I didn't have a line drop there, right there, but I could just see that. But just envision a line right there going across. It needs to break that and then come back, use that as support. But now we see it's broken through it. So it's kind of running. Still watching it. Let's move it up a little fast and look at it. See, it's kind of failing it. So bringing the stop up to break even because we were at 1R. Trade had made it up to 1R. So we brought the stop to break even. Still fighting. Let's scroll. So now we like, okay, that area is going to put up a little fight. So let's lock in at least a half R. In case it comes back, I'm going to move that back. It popped. And we were like, nope, let's just take it up to 1R. If it comes back, tags us. Let me pause this for a minute. And I'm kind of skipping through, but in this one, like I took my mouse over here and I highlighted this area right here. And if you remember from the last video, I said these high volume areas act as walls. So when this thing got below this wall, I was like, it's gonna be a struggle to get back above it. So I just went on, moved to stop there. And we see, see, I did it right there, highlighting it, and see how it just tanked it down. Even though this thing did eventually keep going, I'm like, nope, let me take that 1R. I could look for another entry. So that's what we did on that one. Where we at, 9:51. So we're gonna be getting into CVX like in the next minute on this horrible trade with a capital H and a capital E on the end. Let's see what we're looking at, 9:52. Yeah, we got into CVX at 9:52 and 48 seconds. So I don't want to scroll it up too far to where we'll miss me thinking that I actually saw something. So let's let this thing do what it do. But I did miss quite a few trades today on the thumbnail watch list. Okay, so there we go. So I'm there, and we see I'm highlighting this candle. That would have been the entry. But as Jared says, look to the left and also look for reasons not to take a trade. The reasons that I see on this one not to take a trade, all these top and tails. That's a reason not to. So don't need to get into this trade till this gets back above this and then uses this area as support. Or expectation, this is possibly going to come up to about right here. So had I got in right here, I could have expected 1R. I could have expected this to go up to about right there. And give me 1 second. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, so range of that candle is 35 cents. Really, the only thing you can expect out of this is 35 cents. So let's see what we did. Now we see it's moving up. Man, let me go back. I want to see what the range of that candle is. So we highlight that one. We go, bam. So right now the range of that candle is 26 cents. So had we got in right here, we would be 9 cents away from that 1R target. That's expectation. Watch what we do. Let's see, what kind of stop do we give it? We gave it 25 cent stop, 25 cent. We only trying to get 1R out of it. 100 shares, so we're risking 25. Look at what this thing does. Comes right there to expectation and pulls right back down. And I'm like, that was real stupid. You just gave up. Now see, watch, I'm gonna highlight over here. You see that 98,000? That's that shelf that I'm talking about. Once that breaks that, all bets off. All bets are off because that price area, $150, is acting as support. So even though you have the chart that you can see is acting as support, the active trader ladder shows you the price that's acting as support. So we always say that it's an area on the chart. On there, it's an actual dollar amount. So see, it came back down to it, boom, broke below it, and it actually caught slippage because we had it right here, 149.99. And let's see where we actually got filled at. 149.99. We got filled at 149.96. So caught slippage coming out of there. But that was our like horrible trade of the day. Just looking back at it and reviewing it, you can see just how horrible it was. But let's go ahead. We don't take our next trade for another 10 minutes. So we're gonna kind of just scroll through. We see we checking out GE. GE is still grinding. Pre-market, so look at this thing. On the 2-minute without pre-market, this thing looks beautiful. This thing looks beautiful. You'd be wondering what it's fighting against. But pre-market turned on the 5-minute, you can see it's coming up to here. It's catching resistance. You can kind of see what it's fighting against. On the 1-minute with no pre-market, this thing looks beautiful. So that's why I like to keep one of my charts with the pre-market so I can see that pre-market resistance. But let's go ahead. And we're not going to get in right there, 9:55. But you see what the plan was. This is forming a nice little area to break out of. But we get in, we notice these little topping tails over here, little small doji. Like, You see I'm highlighting that little shelf right there. That's that high volume area. And it's whole numbers and half numbers. And sometimes the quarters, 25 and 75. But usually, them whole numbers are going to be where you had that high volume at. And all you doing is trying to trade around what these computers are doing. But I'm going to fast forward this because I end up taking that order out of the system. We come back over to target. Like I said, I had target to bounce. We see target came up, rolled, and came across. We come back over to GE. Let's see. We're still not going to get in this one just yet. But still just checking it out. I'm going to scroll again. Time up. Look at that pullback. Like I said, we're not getting in until it breaks the high. It would have broke the high. There go target again. Target is somewhat range trading, if you can see. It's coming up, comes back down, goes back up. So if you were playing options, this is a $2 move right there. You could play it off of this, back down and play a put, or you could play it from the bottom and then play it back up for a call. But I'm just getting this ready in case this thing holds this area and then it makes a move. So just getting everything in the system. We got 100 shares, so we were setting up to risk $25. We got 35, got about 20 seconds left on this one before that candle would have finished. We end up taking this order out of the system, though. Again, look at that. See, this would have to finish all the way up there anyway, so it wasn't going to be a top and tail. This candle would have needed to kind of push back up to get it. Let's see, we didn't drop below it. But you'll see, I'll check. So I cancel that one. Now I'm going to check this candle. That's a nice candle. So we'll check it. Let's put our numbers in. So that's 30 cents. We'll adjust it. So now we're going on a full position because of this candle right there, because of the way that candle looks. But let's go ahead and scroll it up so you can see exactly what it did. Like, nope, that play is dead. And it's doing back it's going to do back what I said, coming back down there. But let's scroll it up. That was Chevron. This was one. Let me back this up, man. This is one that I said I missed out on a couple of trades. Chevron was one of them. So y'all remember I went long on that one, lost some money. This was my opportunity to get some money back. You see, I'm highlighting that candle up there. This is getting heavy. This is like, I took a trade like this yesterday where this was getting heavy. So trying to get it in the system. Let's see. So I hadn't changed my share size yet. Had to go over and use the calculator on that one because it's not on my sheet. So 20 shares. Should have been easy math with 50 cents. 20 shares, divide that by 50 would have been 2. But so I drop a price action line. Watch this thing. Didn't want to chase it. Didn't want to chase it. I was trying to make sure I got in where I wanted to get in at. But then I'm like, up. Let's see. And we just like, all right, enough of that. Let's go back over. So this here is about to be our last trade of the day. Right here. Let's look and see what we seeing on this one. We getting that into a bottoming tail. Watch that. Look at this thing. I'm not going to take this trade now because we missed it. But I'm just like, man, that would have been a beautiful trade. So we'll come over, highlight. That's 24 cents. It's 25-cent stop. Got 30 seconds left on that candle. Checking it over there. Same. But look, I didn't change my share size. Oops. Let me cancel that order. Let me put it in. So we're risking $25. Bought 100 shares with a 25-cent stop. So we're risking $25. That starts going in our favor right away. Up $16. I'm like, no. What we won't do is lose money on this trade. I can tell you that much. That's me putting the stop right there. That's my thought process. We won't lose money on this trade at least. Now look over to the left. See, I just did it again. I'm like, this needs to hold that area. That's volume. That's got decent little volume there. So if it breaks that, it's coming back down. So we safe putting our stop right there. And look at how much fighting this thing was doing. And it's fighting because of all of this right here in the pre-market. If you're looking at this just with this chart right here, you don't see no reason why this thing is fighting. But with the pre-market turned on, you're like, yep. So we adjusted because we didn't have our stop set to 0.5. So we adjusted, put it at 2 to 1. And now we're just watching it. Again, why I like this ladder having this volume right there, because if this thing, and look how it keeps fighting right there with it. So I'm like, kind of playing right there, like testing the system. Testing the system out a little bit right there. You about to mess out on a good trade. Look around. What the heck you doing? Now look, you see that big order that just came in right there? Did y'all see that? Let's back that up real quick. Watch that. See? Boom. You see that big order that came in right there? 80,000 shares. So we just checking it. So now this thing is kind of trapped in between there. Once this breaks over this thing is running the target if it can hold. And then here's the level 2. This is the buyers. This is the sellers. You want to see this number get higher. Yep, see, I'm over there showing it. You want to see these buyers step up, get bigger than the sellers, start eating them up. Got the level 2 down here as well, but usually I'm just looking at it on here. And you start seeing them bigger orders. I think those like spoof orders, but we're just watching it and we're waiting on that thing to break and hold over that 86,000 share position, because once it does that, it should be off to the races. But right now it's just stuck in between. So there we go. Buyers finally stepping in. Buyers finally stepped in, pushed it on up. Come on, go ahead and hit that target for me. Hit that target. There we go. We out of the trade. Made $97 on GE today. And like I said, that trade there was a half position. Would have been a $100 trade, but when I'm not really feeling it, I'll usually just take a half position. But This thing kept moving. It kept moving. Because now it has broke that area. So now it needs to go up, come back down, act as support on it. But we're going to wrap that up. That was our five doggone trades right there for the morning. I see my light then turned off. But hope y'all enjoyed the recap. Like I said, I try to get these things done as soon as I can. I'm about to go. I don't know if I want Jamaican for lunch today, if I want some barbecue. We'll see. But again, hope y'all enjoyed it. If so, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. We are growing one subscriber at a time. One subscriber at a time. Just follow my journey. That's all I'm asking. Follow the journey. As we try to become a successful professional day trader. And that's what it's all about. Being professional while we're doing it. And on that note, we are going to wrap this thing up and we will be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.